But LeBron and Luka, you
They
never
have
know.
a shot, Ernie.
And
to
Austin
answer your
Reeves.
question.
Yeah, I mean, again, Austin Reeves not there. I mean, when you get Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Luka
guys killing me.
Doncic together.
I've yet to see a game where all three play great. You know, either it's either Austin or Luka, or Luka or LeBron. I would like to see consistency of all three playing great. All
They
three
can't.
being a factor.
It's
in the
impossible.
Game. It's not
And,
impossible.
well,
You know why it's impossible?
They all need the ball.
They all play
need
off
the
the
ball.
draw. So
Yeah.
when the two guys, there's only two guys in a 24-second shot clock can handle the basketball.
Yeah, but
so then the third guy is always going to be left out.
Yeah, but this game is read and react. They're not calling plays. So one's putting his head down when they draw, they kick the guy. When you get the ball, you just produce right here, one-on-one. Right, he's playing.
Right, and nobody's
right
touched the
here.
ball.
Even though he scored, nobody touched
Nobody
the ball.
touched the
Kenny's
ball.
Right.
Like same here.
But when they do
Nobody's
touch
touching the basketball.
but when they do touch the ball, he passes the
Listen,
ball.
man,
Stop it.
stop.
Stop acting like you don't pass the ball. Cut it out. He
The Lakers,
passes the ball.
Lakers. Hey, listen, Lakers. They
See right there.
good to
There you
talk
go.
about.
That's a
They good to
pass.
talk about.
I don't hear you talking about that one.
No, but I'm
That's a
saying
pass.
Luka and LeBron and Austin Reeves are favorite guys like Gabe Vincent, and because
mean to
then
tell
you're
me-
spot shooters. But LeBron James is not. You can't have him just being a spot shooter. And so at certain nights he's not going to handle the basketball.
And they can't.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. If you just watched that, you just witnessed the beautiful, chaotic, and brutally honest engine that makes Inside the NBA the best sports show on television. The Lakers win a game, and immediately the crew starts a war over what it actually means, and the takes are flying. It all starts with a simple, loaded word from Charles Barkley: mediocre. He throws it out there to describe the Lakers and the Mavs. When pressed to define it, he doesn't hold back. Not contenders. One and done. One round and done, probably. Boom. That's the thesis. The Lakers, despite their record and star power, are a first-round exit team in Chuck's eyes. A mediocre team that can't make a real run. But then Kenny Smith, the voice of reason, pushes back. He points out that you can't fully judge the Mavericks because two of the top guys, they're not playing. He's talking about Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving being out. It's a fair point about evaluating Dallas, but the conversation quickly gets hijacked by a hilarious tangent about Luka Doncic being in shape, which is a whole other story. Then Ernie gets to the million-dollar question. Are the Lakers contenders? And this is where the panel splits perfectly down ideological lines. Shaquille O'Neal, the Lakers legend, gives the safe, diplomatic, star-driven answer: they have a shot. When pressed, he clarifies, yes, they are contenders. For Shaq, the presence of LeBron James and Luka Doncic alone gives you a puncher's chance on any given night. It's the you never know philosophy. But Charles Barkley is having none of it. He immediately shoots back, not nothing. He scoffs at the idea. He lays out the reality check. I think they can beat Houston in the first round. That's it. His follow-up question is the clincher. Can they beat Denver or OKC? His implied answer is a resounding no. Then Kenny jumps in with the most specific and damaging critique of the Lakers' entire season. He says, I've yet to see a game where all three, LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, play great. I would like to see a consistency of all three playing great. This is the core of the Lakers' problem. The Big Three has rarely, if ever, fired on all cylinders simultaneously. One of them always has an off night. And as the crew starts to debate, they hit on the fundamental roster flaw. They all need the ball. Transition to second clip, 01:45 to 03:01. This is where the debate gets technical and really interesting. They start breaking down the why behind the inconsistency. Kenny illustrates the problem. In their offense, it's often read and react. One guy puts his head down and drives, draws the defense, and kicks. But as he says, even when they score, nobody's touched the ball. There's no rhythm, no shared responsibility. It's isolation, drive, kick, repeat. It makes the third star, often Austin Reeves in this scenario, a bystander waiting for a spot-up shot, which isn't his best skill. Shaq defends LeBron, yelling, "He passes the ball. Stop acting like he don't pass the ball." Which is true, but it misses Kenny's systemic point. The issue isn't willingness to pass, it's that the offensive system doesn't naturally create touches and rhythm for all three stars within the flow. LeBron and Luka are so ball-dominant and effective that the offense can stagnate into a two-man game, leaving the third high-usage player out of sync. Then, as always, the debate expands to the entire Western Conference. Shaq, trying to move on, declares, "To me, it's down to two teams, OKC and Denver." And just like that, Charles Barkley throws a grenade. "What about San Antonio? You tripping?" This kicks off a fantastic sidebar about the Spurs, who Chuck insists can't beat OKC or Denver, while Kenny points out their strong record, 31-14, and recent form. It's the perfect micro-debate, the experienced eye test, Chuck, versus the record and potential, Kenny. They also touch on Houston, with Shaq saying they're missing something, which Kenny identifies as a true point guard who can distribute, not just handle the ball. So, what's the final verdict from the chaotic court of inside the NBA? On the Lakers, deeply flawed, inconsistent, and not a true contender in the eyes of the most critical analysts. A first-round team with a superstar ceiling but a disjointed floor. On the West, a two-tier system. Tier 1, OKC and Denver. Tier 2, everyone else fighting for the right to lose to them, with San Antonio as the spicy young wild card. Who do you agree with? Is Charles Barkley right that the Lakers are a one-and-done mediocre team? Or does Shaq's they-have-a-shot mentality hold weight because of LeBron and Luka? And are the Spurs being disrespected? Let me know in the comments below. If you love these unfiltered debates, make sure to like and subscribe for more.